You may not believe it, but Discover is really one of the credit. Discover has one of the credit cards, one of the easiest credit cards to qualify for, but also pre-qualify for. It's just kind of crazy. So, in today's conversation, let me just walk you through a few tips, tricks here, and hacks that will help you pre-qualify for Discover credit cards ASAP. So here is the overview I really want you to pay attention to. Okay, so when we talk about Discover, you need to understand that Discover wants to make sure that you have not a perfect credit history. Now, they're kind of cool. You just have to have a decent credit score. That's the first thing. So decent credit score means what? 600. So that's like the baseline here, okay? If you have 600, 650, even if you have a 580, you can still qualify. This is really good. So Discover is looking at your credit history also. So your credit score is important for them, but they also pay attention to your credit history. So they kind of they actually go granular into your credit report to see if you have some kinds of derogatory items. If you're clear on that front, you are good to go. So no derogatory items, no collections, no charge-offs, that kind of stuff. And what we love about Discover here is that if you are, let's say, even if you have a low credit score due to some missed payments, as long as you can explain that, as long as you are able to explain what happened, like stuff happens, and Discover understand that. Like if you lost your jobs, or there was let's say a medical emergency in the family, and you had to actually allocate resources to that. I mean, they kind of understand that. So with Discover, the thing here is that you need to contextualize the what happened to you. Okay, so if you're able to do a good explanation, that will qualify you. So long story short, you have to make like in terms of income, Discover will take care of you. If you are making like $12,000 minimum, that's gross income every single year. That's about what? That's about $1,000 a year. So they're really cool about that. And one thing that we love about Discover is that if you call them, you can still qualify for their credit cards even over the phone. A lot of credit card issuers, they want you to go to their website, or they want you to wait at home when they send you a prequal offer letter themselves. But Discover is really flexible. So if you go to the website, you can be pre-qualified. You can actually get pre-qualification also via their app, or you can actually just give them a call. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this kind of conversations every now and then. Okay. So here is the approach. I really want you to I want you to follow this approach right now. So if you want to pre-qualify for Discover credit cards, just make sure that you actually, you first ask yourself, have I already received a letter from Discover? Because Discover will send you a pre-screened offer, very highly targeted offer. If you get that, just fill out the form, okay, and enter your information and just send the form back to them. So you can do that via regular mail. Now, the cool thing is Discover also has a website whereby you can just go and you have to put in the pre-screen offer letter number, or sometimes they have the reference. This can be a combination of letters and numbers, where you just put that info in, and you are in the system. And what you do is you actually fill out the rest of the info. You kind of see what you might qualify for. So that's one way. You got a pre-screen offer letter. You can actually go online. Okay, if you are an existing Discover cardholder, you can go to their website and you can log into your dashboard, your account, and there is a place where you actually can see if you pre-qualify. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, you can give them a call to see if you qualify. Or number four, you can go through the app to sort of see. So the thing I want to say here is that pre-approvals in general do not hurt your credit score. Okay, so pre-approvals use soft inquiries, whether they're from Discover or from Chase or from Amex or from any other credit card issuer. So this is really cool. Okay, and so basically you are safe. By the way, today's topic, boss, just want to quickly remind you, we are having a conversation about how to pre-qualify for Discover credit card. Okay, Discover credit cards. And the cool thing about pre-qualifying for Discover credit cards is that you avoid hurting your credit score, right? You save time by applying only when you know you will qualify for the Discover card, the specific Discover card you are after, and you can receive unique credit card offers from Discover. So this is really good. Timing is important. You are really, you have to be very careful and strategic about applying for credit cards, because you want to actually preserve your FICO score. So anytime you apply for a credit card, it's like you must be really sure that you need the card at this particular point in time. Okay, very important. And I want to say one thing. Did you know that you can actually pre-qualify even faster for a Discover credit card? How do you do this? Well, what you want to do is you want to update your income information. If you are a current Discover credit card holder, or if you have an account with the Discover Bank savings account, see, Discover has a bank on the side where they basically, they accept deposits from the general public. So if you have an account with Discover, you can actually get a credit card even faster, and it's just that you need to update your income. Of course, I'm not asking you to lie here. You got to tell the truth. If you're making 25 grand and you happen to have gotten a raise at work or whatnot, you want to put that info in the system. Let's say you went from 25 grand to let's say 40 grand for instance. That's a major leap, right? Major leap. So put that. So what will happen here is that Discover will look at the algorithm. The algorithm will look at that bump in your income and will actually take that information into account. So this is really good. So this is an even faster way to pre-qualify. And one thing I also want to say here is that I want you to go to try it out. You go to a website right now, and we're gonna put the link on the screen where you can actually see if you pre-qualify. It's a link that is open. It's a Discover link that is open to anybody, to the general public. Okay, whether you have a relationship with Discover right now or not, you can still qualify. You can still see if you qualify, and this is kind of cool. So big decision time, boss. Let me ask you a question. What is your credit score right now? What is your credit score? And how much you making? How much are you earning in terms of annual revenue? Are you at least making $12,000 gross? If you are, you are a good candidate to actually pre-qualify for a Discover credit card, because again, 12,000. If you have a FICO score of 550, 600, this is really good. Now, do not expect Discover to give you like a crazily high credit limit right off the bat, though. Especially if you have like a low credit score, they will start you. I mean, Discover. See, the good thing is that with Discover, you will eat something. That's what what we love about Discover is that, they'll get you something. You might not like the amount they give you originally, but they'll get you something. You will eat with Discover. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Let me give you a few pro tips that I really want you to pay attention to have in mind. And so next time you are thinking about Discover, like pre-qualifying for Discover credit card, be very careful about the specific credit cards that you want to pre-qualify for. Now, sometimes you can just say, you know what, I'm going to do a random pre-qualification process. In other words, I'm not really targeting. I'm not zeroing in on a specific card. I'll see whatever I get. That's one option. That's one way of doing things. Or in other words, it's to say, okay, I'm going after this cashback credit card and only that cashback credit card. So I'm going to put all my energy onto that, that cashback credit card. So what you do here is that once you actually zero in on the specific card that you want, make sure that you also start looking at the, let's see, the conditions, the specific conditions for that credit card. Okay. For example, your credit score, your income. Okay. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to pre-qualify for Discover credit cards. And so when we talk about your credit score and income, those are two important things that Discover always pays attention to. But the only thing is that they don't actually look at your credit score and income like static numbers. Discover does something that we love a lot. They do like a trend analysis. So when they look at your credit score, they look at the trend, whether like they see where you are at. Let's say 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 24 months ago, and so on and so forth. They do the same thing for your income. So if you tell them, I'm making $48,000 now, they see where you came from, okay, in terms of your income. So this trend analysis is really great because Discover will reward you If they see that you are actually progressing in your financial life, you are managing your life responsibly, okay, your income is going up, and so is your credit score. So, and not a lot of lenders do that. Lenders, some lenders, they just look at the final numbers. Okay, what do we have here? We have 600 as FICO score. What do we have here as income? We have 20 grand. Okay, but the credit card issuers, most credit card issuers, they don't look at the past. They don't look at the evolution of your financial information. But the Discover does that, and we love Discover. That part of Discover is just fantastic. Let me give you a bonus here, okay? How do you actually find out if you're pre-qualified for a Discover card? Well, the thing here is that there are several ways, but the easiest way to find out if you pre-qualify for a Discover credit card is actually to go online, and they have a pre-approval tool. So everything happens there. And please, don't actually fall for scams. Nowadays on the internet, there are people who actually are sending like messages via WhatsApp or Telegram, or they tell you to say, yeah, join my Discord, and because I can show you how to pre-qualify for a Discover credit card. Don't fall for that. They actually are lying to your face. They just like, it's just crazy. I mean, don't Discover has an official tool whereby you can see whether you're pre-approved or not for one of their credit cards. Okay, this is really good, and it's available online. And if you can't find it, let us know. We'll definitely we'll send you the link, the official link. Okay, and you can see it, and it is a soft pull though, so there's no harm to your credit score. Okay, and this is really good. And one thing I want to say also is that, so that's one way to actually find out if you pre-qualify for Discover card. Another sure way is just to wait, be patient. Discover every now and then they send out like targeted pre-screened offers to individuals, and it's not random. You got to meet certain basic requirements for Discover to consider you for their pre-qual offers in the snail mail. So if you get that, hey, listen, you can just fill out the form. Now, when you fill out the form, make sure that you are really truthful. Like, don't you try to lie on a credit card application, whether it is from Discover or anybody else. Okay, and so you put the information, and after that, Discover will do a hard pull. So once they get your info in the mail, they'll do a hard pull, and if they like your numbers, if they like your profile, they actually will approve you within 3 to 7 days. Okay, but you can also find out if you pre-qualify for a Discover credit card by actually, if you have an account with the Discover, you can log into the app, or you can log into your account online and see what the offers are there for you. Okay, if you have offers, if you qualify for some offers, you will see it. Like, you'll see that in your dashboard as soon as you log in. Let's talk about the credit card that you qualify for. See, now I'm not talking about pre-qualification. I'm talking about the Discover card that you qualify for. And the best way to actually increase your chances of pre-qualifying for a credit card here is to ask yourself, okay, what is the minimum credit score needed for this specific card? What is the income level needed? Okay, and do they accept college students? So, because when we talk about qualifications for credit card, we're really going granular here. We're going deep. We are trying to understand what the requirements are. Okay, because it doesn't matter. Because sometimes you got to ask yourself, will Discover accept me if I have a full-time job versus I have a series of part-time jobs? Do they accept gig income? Like, I'm driving for Uber. I'm doing like I'm doing a lot of stuff here and there. I'm hustling. Will Discover accept me? The answer to all those questions is yes. As long as your income is legit, as long as your income is consistent, as long as your income is stable, and stability is important. Also, consistency is important. Like regularity. That's the word I was looking for. Regularity. You want to have regular income. Discover will accept you. Not a problem. Okay. They look at a constellation of things before accepting people. So when we talk about the what you really need if you want to qualify for a Discover credit card. Pay attention to your financial life, your CUR, your credit utilization ratio, your DTI, your debt to income ratio, your income, the consistency of your income, the regularity of your income, the stability of your income. Doesn't matter whether you have a 9 to 5 or you have a 9 to 9 or you have a 12 to 12. Doesn't matter the shift, the work shift that you have. The most important thing is, are you making that cash every single month? Okay, every single month. And so Discover will accept you if you have like 10 grand minimum a year. So 10 grand gross income minimum a year, which is like $1,000 a month. So that means that if you are a student, technically you could qualify, because there are some students who actually pull a lot more than that in terms of income. Okay, you can get a decent campus job that pays you more than $1,000 a month. So again, really good. Now let me actually give you a few other tips that will help you actually to understand real quick what to do if you want to get a Discover, let's say a Discover credit card real quick. You need to increase your income, and you got to be in a situation where you're constantly increasing your income. Okay, and this will help you down the road know exactly what kind of credit card you could qualify for. So increasing your income is really important, and make sure you are constantly paying your bills on time, boss. Don't let people tell you, like sometimes people are trying to razzle dazzle you and tell you, yeah, you don't have to pay your bills on time. It's okay if you miss payments once in a while. No, people are lying to your face. Don't ever miss payments. You want to pay your bills on time all the time. I don't care how you actually how you're able to automate the whole thing. You're gonna have maybe reminders. You can have an email that comes to you, or a text message, or you can have an app notification, or you can have an agenda notification, maybe your calendar on your phone. Whatever you have to do, boss, make sure that you have reminders that actually alert you when a bill, one of your bills is coming due real soon. Okay, and pay down whatever debt you have. Pay it down. Don't apply for too many credit cards at once. So as long as you stick to those little, I would say those little that little routine in terms of your financial responsibility, the way you manage your financial affairs, you should be good to go. And one thing I want to say here is that don't forget, when we talk about pre-qualifying for a Discover credit card, you still need to submit a real credit card application though. Like if you pre-qualify for a Discover credit card, you're not going to get the card itself unless you actually apply for real. You have to apply for real for the credit card. Submit the application, go through the hard pull, make sure Discover is comfortable with your credit score and reports and all other information, all other ancillary data, such as your income, such as your tax return data if needed. Okay, but once you submit your credit card application, you get your card approved real fast, and so everything is fine. So you just have to follow all the steps I gave you, and you should be good to go. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to pre-qualify for Discover credit card. So I gave you, I spoke to you about the overview that you need to pay attention to. I gave you the approach, the pro tips you need to follow, the bonus and the winner strategy that you need to always follow if you want to get your card real fast. Thank you. God bless you. I will see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.